Hello and welcome back in our knowledge area learning series. Today we will be covering the project risk management. Till now we have covered the 7 out of the 10 knowledge areas. The knowledge areas which we have covered till now are integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resource management and communications management. Today we will be covering the risk management knowledge area. If you missed our previous videos, link for the previous videos are mentioned in our comment section. You guys can watch and subscribe our channel ASA Learnings to learn more. Today we will be covering the project risk management and its 7 processes. The processes under the project risk management are plan risk management, identify risk, perform qualitative risk, perform quantitative risk, plan risk responses, implement risk responses and monitor risk. So let's understand the topic for today, which is project risk management. Understanding the project risk management are it includes the process of conducting planning of the risk management, identification of risk, analysis of the risk, response planning, implementation of the risk response plans, and monitoring risk. Overall, there are the 7 processes in the project risk management process, 5 in the planning process group, 1 in the executing process group, and 1 in the monitoring and controlling process group. Processes under the planning process group are plan risk management, identify risk, perform qualitative risk, perform quantitative risk, plan risk responses. And the process in the executing process group is implement risk responses. And the process under the monitoring and controlling process group are monitor risk. Let's understand the first process of the project risk management, which is plan risk management. Part of the planning process group. In this process, we define how to conduct the risk management activities for the project. It is performed once or at the predefined points in the project. Key benefits for plan risk management process are it ensures the degree, type, and visibility of the risk management should be proportionate to both the risk and importance of the project to the organization and other stakeholders. Output for plan risk management is risk management plan. Now understand the components of the risk management plan. In risk management plan, we define the risk strategy, the approach and methodology which will be followed, roles and responsibilities for performing the risk management activities and planning, how we will define the risk probability and impact, what are the risk categories, probability and the impact matrix, define the stakeholder risk appetite, and the funding required for the risk management activities. The next process we will learn is identify risk. Identify is also the part of the planning process group. There are the 3 activities in the identify risk. In this, first we identify the individual project risk. We list down what are the sources of the overall project risk, and third is we document their characteristics. This process is performed throughout the project. Key benefits are it documents the existing individual project risk and sources of overall project risk. Output for identify risk process are risk register. In risk register, we will list down the list of the identified risk, who will be the potential risk owner, and we will list the potential risk responses. Second output of identify risk process is risk report. In risk report, we will list down sources of overall project risk and summary on the individual project risk. The third output of identify risk are project document updates. In project document updates, some of the project documents could be assumption log, issue log, and lesson learned register. The next process we will learn is perform qualitative risk analysis. From qualitative risk analysis, we prioritize the individual project risk for further analysis or actions by assessing their probability of occurrence, understand the impact, and document their characteristics. This process is performed periodically throughout the project. In this process, we define the risk owner who will be the responsible for planning the risk response and ensuring that it is still completed. Key benefits are it focuses on the high priority risk. Output for perform qualitative risk analysis are project document updates, and the different kind of project documents which we will update in this process are assumption log, issue log, risk register, and risk report. Process for under project risk management are perform quantitative risk analysis. From quantitative risk analysis, we will analyze the combined effect of the identified individual project risk and other sources numerically. This requires the specialized risk software and expertise in the development and interpretation of risk models. It is performed periodically throughout the project. Key benefits are it quantifies the project risk exposure and provides the additional quantitative risk information to support the risk response planning. Key outputs for perform quantitative risk analysis is project document updates. So in project document updates, we will update these 5 key elements. Like first is what is the overall project risk exposure? What is the prioritized list of the individual project risks? What is the probabilistic impact analysis? What are the recommended risk responses? What are the trends of the risk planning? Next process is plan risk responses. Risk response is also the part of the planning process group. In this process, we will develop the options, select the strategies, and agreeing on the actions to address the overall project exposure and to treat the individual project risk. With the proper and effective planning of the risk responses, we can minimize individual threats, maximize the individual opportunities, and reduce the overall project risk exposure. It is performed periodically throughout the project. Key benefits are it identifies the appropriate ways to address overall project risk and individual project risk. The outputs of the plan risk responses are change request, project document updates, project management plan updates, and risk report. So now we will see the process under the executing process group, which is implement risk responses. In implement risk responses, we will implement the agreed upon risk responses in our plan risk response. It is performed periodically throughout the project. Key benefits are when we are executing the agreed upon risk responses as per our plan so that we can address the overall project risk exposure, we can minimize the individual threats, and we can maximize the individual project opportunities. Outputs of implement risk responses are change request and project document updates. So in terms of project document updates, we will update the assumption log, issue log, project team assignments, risk register, risk report. Last process under the monitor and control process group are monitor risk. Risk, we will monitor the implementing agreed upon risk response plans. How effective are they? We will track the identified individual risk, identify and analyze the new risk if any, evaluate the effectiveness of the risk processes throughout the project. This process is performed periodically throughout the project. Key benefits are it enables the project decisions which are based on the current information about overall project risk exposure and individual project risk. So for outputs for the monitor risk process are work performance information, change request, project management plan updates, and project document updates. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for your continuous support. If you have any doubts or clarification, feel free to write in comment section and we will reply them at the earliest. To look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our YouTube channel ASL Learnings. Happy learning.